Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a new video. Today's video is going to be super important because today is the first day of the Miami conference, and what do you know, we are breaking down heavily. Maybe it's just also a little bit of a coincidence because all the stock markets are also selling off and we're also a little bit due for correction, but it's quite severe. Right now we are really at a make or break point for BTC and USD, and today we are going to look at the charts. Matter of fact, today is so important that A, the video is a little bit longer, but B, we're also going to look at different indicators to tell us exactly where we are, what we can expect for the bullish and the bearish scenario. So that's how we're going to look at it on two ways. So without further ado, of course, please also smash out the like button. Click on the bell, click on all so that you don't miss anything. Leave me a comment, share the video with your friends if you think that's useful. Two links in the description to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, where I upload content almost pretty much daily. Alright, now let's really dive into the charts and let's start looking at what we have here. First of all, I want to start off with the BTC USD pair and then on the MACD and the RSI indicator what we have used in the past. First, the daily. It looks pretty bad. We have a bearish crossing here on the MACD. RSI heavily correcting to the center. And when we look at the price, we have two major red days, and right now we are kind of battling here with the 44k. That was also 3 times a resistance. So what we want to see now is that it actually comes in to support, to validate that resistance that flipped into a support. If that doesn't happen and we start trading lower, then I think it might go pretty fast, and then in the next few days we are really going to lower levels, maybe the 38k. You know what, let's quickly draw a fib to see what it will take us. If we take from here, from this move, then let's say really, so that is from this starting point where the move started. Then we're looking at plus minus 42k for the golden pocket for possible reversal, and if we are pulling it really all the way down, then it actually becomes pretty ugly, because then we have 38,600, and that is just below here the high volume node. One thing that I have to mention, let's say we pull this this wave a little bit longer because we have now more trading days, so more volume, then you're seeing that the high volume node is rising a little bit to the top. Look, now it was at 42, and now before it was at 38, say 39. In other words, with more trading days and more data, we say, hey, the high volume is now on a higher level. So the 42k, let's say it's there, the 42k could act as support in case we were breaking down further. This, to be honest, for me is a little bit the last line in the sand. If let's say we wick lower and then go higher, that would coincide also with support here and here and here, support and resistance. So that actually would be kind of fine. Let's say we hold this level and we go up and maybe even retest it one more time. That would also be fine. Then we could really say the 44 to 45k is really the base. We also saw a spike up here from this level, so that would look pretty good. Let's zoom in quickly on the 4 hourly. There we just see that we're kind of just rolling over, going lower and lower. Here the RSI is now reaching oversold levels. Doesn't mean we're going up, but you know, we might reach the bottom earlier than we think. I mean, we could still have that big spike down from a few percent. That could happen overnight, really. But once we are slowly reaching those oversold levels, we might be due for a little bit of a bounce. And here on the MACD, so far not at all yet signals that we are topping out. On the 1 hourly, there we are seeing that we are quite oversold here already for quite some hours, and the MACD is slowly trying to reverse. So far, I mean, if we're looking at these few hourly candles, then we're seeing a little bit of sideways actions. Yes, there were some wicks that had to do with the Fed, but we're kind of overall just going sideways. That could signal that we're kind of making a base and then going higher around that 44k. So that would be pretty nice. Let's quickly do the same for the BTC, but then with the market cipher B indicators. There we're seeing, of course, that the hourly is totally rolling over, money flow is going down, VWAP is definitely going down. So this indicator would say we are absolutely not done with correcting, but of course the higher time frames, yes, they are stronger, but they're a little bit lagging. The small time frames, the 5 minutes, 10, 15 minute, 30 minute, 1 hour, 4 hour, they're bleeding over into the other indicators. So you first see a reversal on, let's say, the 5 minutes, and then the 15, then the 20, etc, 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 and then eventually you're seeing on a bigger time frame that we're going higher, but the small time frames already said that we are going there. With that being said, let's zoom in. Here you know the levels yet, so the 44, 45k, that was the support and resistance where we're looking at right now. That is right now our make and break moment. At the moment we are trading at 43,800, so that's just shy underneath 44k. When I look at the 4 hourly on the market cipher B, then we're seeing that the money flow is completely rolling over. We are right now in the red. Usually when we end up in the green or the red, we stay there for a while. So if we follow this indicator, it looks like we're not topping out at all. Interesting will be to see if this will form maybe a higher low than this one. If that happens, we might even have a bullish divergence where the price is doing something like this, and then the waves are doing something approximately like this, and then we will be setting up for much higher levels. And to be honest, I would actually like it on the bull side if we would maybe zigzag here a little bit and then go higher, or even go high and then one time go lower. That will be kind of then line in the sand. Negative, of course, is that this low, the second low is now lower than this low. So what you don't want to see is a grind lower, then a little bit of bounce back up, and a grind lower, grind lower. If that happens, that's the most painful one. Then we're going, I would say, almost certainly back to 30k ish, because that's yeah, that will definitely bleed in over. There's one other scenario, or two actually other scenarios what I'm looking at. One is this price is going up, making a higher high. Everyone think that was it, we broke it, we're going higher from here, and then the market cipher B is printing a lower high, and then we are going lower, because then we have a massive bearish divergence on the daily time frame. That would also be bloodbath, royal escalator down, it's over. Then pack your bags, lights out. So let's hope that that will not happen. And that of course will trap a lot of people. To be honest, I don't think so, but it could be. Okay, quickly head over back to the 4 hourly. Of course, everything down, the RSI down, the wave down, the money flow is going down, and it looks like that the VWAP is rolling over further back down. On the hourly, it looks a little bit different. Here we have thick red money flow. RSI is slowly coming up, and we see like the momentum wave is trying to go a little bit higher. So if this will bottom out here, then the 1 hourly could maybe signal already a nice buy opportunity. Look at this. This is actually already a bearish. No, sorry, no, there's no bearish divergence. Excuse me. No, this is just a continuation pattern. So far we have not made the divergences yet. But like I said, if we hold this, then it would be nice. Let's quickly head over to the 30 minute. Maybe we see something there. Also not really. No, also no divergence yet. Just be careful here with your trades. All in all, it is the kind of retracement that I was looking out for in case we are in a new bull trend and just going higher and higher and higher, because we have now corrected approximately 10%. And I also said in an interview with Waycipher, 5 to 10% correction, that would be nice, and then we are going higher. That will be actually be very, very healthy. So if we would hold this level, it would be healthy. If we are breaking this with a lot of volume, then yeah, like I said, then 42k NFLs, it will most likely be in the low 30s. Let's quickly do the same for ETH. There we see the same kind of story. The MACD is going to cross bearish here. The RSI was almost a little bit overbought here on the daily, and now cruising to the center. So far ETH has been much stronger than BTC. Of course, also here in the dump down, we actually are bouncing off right here of these two yellow lines around the 3200. The high volume node is way lower at 26k, so we still have quite some support underneath us, not only here the 3200 but also 2980 and oh sorry, that is the 2964 and the 2780. Yeah, I think there's still quite some support to come in, but of course if BTC will roll over, then most likely ETH will follow as well. Let's also here pull a fib. Let's say we are going to correct heavily, then the golden pocket will be just above the high volume node, where in BTC was just underneath. That will be 2700 approximately, and let's say we will take a little bit of a better level. So let's say also here where the pump started, this is now my measuring point. Then the golden pocket will be approximately between the 2880 and the 2914, and that will also coincide with this cluster right here. It will not be a pretty sight. I actually really hope that tomorrow we'll have a green day, but I said already earlier in this week's video, it's going to be a very volatile week, so don't be surprised. We have a lot of stuff going on. This needs to cool down. We have a Fed meeting, we had it just today. We have the Miami conference, so there will be a lot of price action. If you don't be careful, you're getting caught up and you're absolutely getting liquidated. Okay, quickly head over to the 4 hourly. There we also just seeing marching down, and now then a little bit bouncing off. 4 hourly slightly oversold, and it looks like the MACD is trying to print the first lower candle, or a bit more bullish candle. You see that here in the bottom, and the color doesn't say anything because we also had two candles to the upside here, and then we went lower again. So nothing is said, but it looks like maybe we're due for a little bit of a bounce. Also here on the hourly, you can see that we were oversold quite long, and I said this already so many times before, just because we're oversold doesn't mean we're going to bounce back up. If you took a long here because you thought, hey, we're going to bounce back up, nice, I'm in a profit, you see that the RSI here is oversold, you think, hey, I'm going long, and then you see that we're just grinding sideways, and then still we're going lower. Now could actually happen the exact same thing, grinding and then still going lower. That will be the most painful one, because not a lot of people see that coming, and then you just stepping down, and that is just very painful. You know what, let's quickly also extend this volume trading node. Yeah, okay, so it's just above the bump here, so that is the 3384. That is what we're looking out for right now. Interesting, of course, to see is that right now we're trading in the way oversold levels, and the fair value starts actually off 3350-ish. So we have quite the move up if we want to restore it. But right now there is just not a lot of bull momentum. So we'll see how that develops. Yeah, I had a few small trades, but it was also very wicky. So some of them have been wicked out and some of them played out. Quickly head over to ETH on the market cipher indicators. There we see also here momentum wave going down, money flow going down, VWAP going down, RSI pointing down. So it looks like it still has a lot of room to go before this turns all the way up. And again, people, everything moves in waves. Also here you see this was a few days, then a few days, then a lot of few days. Then we had from here again a few days up, and again a few days down. So it's not just one day up, down, and then 200k. So just let this also play out. Maybe we get another red day, and then we have 1 or 2 green days, and another 2-3 red days. That kind of just is all part of the game, and that of course is needed for this to reverse to the upside. Let's head over to the 4 hourly here on the market cipher B. There we're seeing that the money flow was thick and long in the green, and is now rolling over, and we are just going into the red as we speak. RSI is pointing down. VWAP is maybe kind of curving up a little bit. And sorry, the VWAP, the momentum wave, and the VWAP is kind of pointing up just a little bit. So who knows, it might be a little bit of a reversal, but we also actually just saw it here going up, creating a little bit of a base and then going lower. We can have exactly the same here. Actually, I would not be surprised if we do something like this. We go up a little bit and then going down again, and then maybe higher to create that W kind of pattern, or we even doing one of these until zero line, go back, make another one, and then going higher. And this is really days where you're talking about to be created, so don't get bullish right away. Let's head over to the 1 hourly. Same kind of story. This red money flow is deep in the red. I don't see this so much often. Look, the money flow is right here at this red dotted line, and if I just zoom out, then I actually barely saw that here once, and here once was the money flow lower, and here once. So this is on the hourly, it doesn't happen a lot. So you would almost say this is maybe due a little bit for a bounce. Let's zoom back in. And of course, you're also looking out for if this has any divergences or not. If we are breaking down, because I haven't mentioned the levels yet, of course it's 3200 level, that is a important one. If we are breaking down, then we're getting in this major support and resistance box. Matter of fact, let's zoom out a little bit on the 4 hourly, then it's a little bit more clear. If we are also going to break lower, then I'm still looking out for the trend line, for the support lines that I draw already some time ago. So that is the 2960 NFLs, then the 2780. If we go higher, then of course to take out this high is super important. But to be honest, guys, it looks pretty bad, and especially if we need to follow the market cipher B indicators. Usually they are right, and if something is in the red or is in negative, then it stays there for a little bit. Another thing that I wanted to show you quickly is the markets right now. Nasdaq going down, S&P 500 going down, Dow Jones going down, also the European markets all going down 2 to 3%. Another important thing that just came out is that the Fed said we are going to shrink the balance sheet by 95 billion a month. And they also see multiple rate hikes of 50 basis points and more this year. So they're not holding back, and they will most likely then raise the interest rates a few times even this year, and it will take a lot of liquidity out of the market. I think the previous number was 60 billion a month, and now then raised to 95 billion a month. Red across the board. Maybe we do for a little bit of a bounce. Is this a bottom? This is absolutely too soon to say, but if it would be the bottom, then it would be a nice one, and then we have a nice retest and we could go higher for the rest of the month. Usually April is a bullish month historically seen, so let's see what comes out. This is now a little bit of a make or break moment. 4 hours on the clock left for the daily close. Would be nice if we close at or around the 40k, and then maybe we have a green day, a little bit of bounce off. If we really breaking lower, 42k is a little bit my line in the sand, and then I think we're really going down much more. Alright guys, a little bit of a longer update today, but like I said, it was super important because we have these major levels that we're looking at right now. If you like this kind of videos, please do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe, click on the bell, click, and also if you don't miss anything, leave me a comment, share this video with your friends if you think that's useful. 2 links in the description to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Feel free to follow me there. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.